Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
It looked like it was inside some kind of cave. Or better yet, maybe Tatooine wasn't always a desert.
Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
What's crack, bunch of people? Anansi here, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Republic. And the last one, I was checking our supplies in the cargo hold. Something's not right. Not right? What do you mean? Someone's been into the emergency stash of food. Mission and I asked everyone, but nobody knows anything about it. You might want to check out the food stores the next time you're in the cargo hold. Okay, thanks for the interruption. Apparently we're having problems with our food. Yeah, and the last one we left Dantooine. So let's go, to begin our mission to find the star maps. Let's go check the food stores. And here's our supply stash. Strangely, the food storage seems to have been disturbed recently. No one in the party would have done this, so there must be some other explanation. Examine the supplies more closely. There are no half-eaten or torn packages to indicate the theft was from pest or vermin. It looks more like some unknown person has been conducting clandestine raids on your stores. Okay. Whoever the thief is, they have managed to avoid detection by you or your companions so far. Maybe a thorough search of the ship will reveal the stowaway. Alright, well, let's check around then. Let's go this way. You think you hear the soft patter of footsteps behind you, but when you stop to listen, they disappear. Okay, so it's behind us. Well, let's head across the bay here. You think you're the soft patter of footsteps behind you, but when you stop to listen, they disappear. So they're moving when we move. Interesting. Behind us, okay. You hear the echo of footsteps coming from the direction of the cargo hold. Not abs. Not abs. A little girl? What are you... Girl, where did you come from? Or better yet, hey, what are you doing here? No abs. Me hoot badlias aunts. Calm down, little girl. I don't... Calm down, little girl. I won't hurt you. You, Yuba, me na abs? I still don't understand you. She frowns and looks at you helplessly. So, we have a strange stowaway. Ebon Hawk, you have encountered a young girl on board the Ebon Hawk. Obviously a stowaway. The language she speaks, while sounding like Mandalorian, translates into pure gibberish. She may know the language, but she certainly doesn't know how to use it, and yet it seems to be the only language she knows. It might be possible to try talking to her, but dumping her on the planet is also a possibility. Yes, you can just toss this girl out if you really want to. But we're not going to do that. Instead, we are going to save this for later. Because, again, we're going to need this for another time. For right now, let us exit this world. Exit the Ebon Hawk. We're going to bring Juhani with us. And we're going to bring Canderous with us. For the time being. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I usually just bring Bastila, Karth, or Mission in Karth, but we're gonna start off with this and maybe swap around as we go. Save the game in any location by pressing start and cycling left or right in option base. I have gotten so used to reading these for you guys, I'm just reading repeats at this point.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What do I get for my 100 credits?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Is there any way you could reconsider the fee?
I assure you that the fee is non-negotiable. We have a very thin margin of profit on this world.
The money I save, I'll spend in your stores.
That does make sense. I suppose I could let it go this time. We need the business. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Give me some background on Tatooine.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
Tell me about Zerka Corporation's operations here.
I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it.
Come now, friend. Let me in on the details.
It's common knowledge, so there's no harm in telling you. It's a tale of bad business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company.
So, Zerka Corporation set up shop on a barren planet?
Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business.
What do you mean when you say the ore is peculiar?
Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it.
What other forms of business are being looked at here?
Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy, barren wastes that serve as fine soup tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however.
What is known about the history of the planet?
Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals.
What species do you mean?
The Sand People. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate.
Have you had trouble with the Sand People?
Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it.
Okay. Where can I get information about jobs like that?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
Okay. I'm looking for very specific things. Who should I ask?
That's not much information. Could you tell me more?
I'm looking for older things, antiques, artifacts.
You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by Sand People soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know.
Okay. Actually, I really need to get going.
As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
So we learned quite a bit. Anyone who doesn't know Star Wars, I mean, you're pretty familiar with how this kind of works. Tatooine, Barren Wasteland, but we get a little bit of backstory about what it is. Juhani is a Jedi Guardian. We're going to go ahead and check her current. She has no computer use. All of her computer is basically right now is basically being held up by her intelligence. She has no demolitions. She has pretty good stealth actually, but all of that is tied up in her dexterity. Her base skill is 5 right now. Most of it's coming from there. Her awareness is okay, but it's not getting much bonus from her wisdom. No character besides you has persuade. Any character with any rank, any total rank persuade is from the bonus of their charisma. She has low repair, no security, good treat injury. She currently comes with aura, a speed, resistance. She has affect mind, stun, slow, push, and throw lightsaber. She has 1 dark side power, but because of her light side attunement, it costs an extra 4 points per use to use it. Now we're gonna go ahead and oh wait, my bad. Let's see her feats. She has a power attack, basic lightsaber, melee weapons, toughness, force jump, stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give her a quick level up. 4 levels. Now she has critical strike. She has improved weapon focus. She has weapon focus for lightsaber, and about it. Skills went up no, they didn't go by much actually. And as far as powers go, she had learned stasis, which again, very useful skill to have. She has disabled droid now, so she learned two new skills in that time. And that's about it. Now, Canderous, need to give him a level up. So Juhani doesn't have mastery in more than 1 lightsaber, so it's important to not overburden her with extra lightsabers because she doesn't have any proficiency in them. What does this sonic nullifier does? Light armor requirement, and it gives okay, so not too much. She has no armor proficiency. We'll give her this for right now. And that's going to be about it.
Yeah, yes.
So let's walk around. You've seen this creature before. I believe you've seen him in A New Hope. This is Miktunan Jus Orgu. Who's that? Turn it, you Gunda Fasca. Customers are talking. That's better. Hello, customer. Buy from Miktuna Juice and save your credits. And don't be shy. Just ask to see what you want. If you can't get a good look, we don't move the merchandise. Just show me what you have for sale. Yes, of course. We don't want to keep you from your important business. Please have a look. Okay, so we have a life support pack, which are very good health packs. They heal more than the advanced medical packs. You have Yusan's brand, which is a double-ended blade that does ion damage versus droids, but it's $8,000. Then you have Jama Hogura's carbine. So let's actually see what it has here. Usanis was the most famous of Ichani warriors, fighting against oppression and villainy until encountering Darth Revan. Discovering that Revan had killed an Ichani senator, Usanis attempted to tell authorities but fell to the powers of the Sith Lord despite his own impressive abilities and the cortosis weave inherent in all Ichani vibroblades. So we actually found a weapon from someone that was killed by Darth Revan. Then we have a blaster, which is upgradable. This weapon, this was the weapon of mercenary Jamo Hogra and was supposed to protect him against the many enemies he earned in his lifetime. Hogra's skill didn't match his potential, however. And then we have a Mandalorian heavy repeater, which is what Canderous has, but his is modifiable. Then we have the advanced neural amplifier, which is pretty good for awareness, but nothing I would use. Verbine Bothan sensory visor. It grants immunity to critical hits, so it's a pretty good one to have. Karakun gauntlets, and it has +1 and then saves +3 to all. These are, then we have an Arcanian energy seal. These are new. Even 2,000 years after the designs were pioneered, Arcanian technology remains desirable. When equipped and activated, this forearm shield protects against a variety of combat conditions, though it must be replaced after due to burnout. So this one protects against energy, sonic, cold, heat, electrical. This is very much an elemental shield. You have a Sith energy shield, a thermal shield generator, which gives you a 100% immunity to fire, a nerve amplifier, which is immunity to mind affecting. We already have one of these. We've already seen one of these. And this is a level 2 combat implant, which gives you immunity to critical hits and +1 to awareness, a nerve enhancing effect, immunity to mind affecting, and you have your adrenaline, and you have your Gizga poison and Bantha Father. So any Gizga ingesting one of these toxic pellets will die within a few seconds. It will also cause the creature to attack all other Gizga in the area, infecting them as well. This might become important later, but we're going to hold off on that now. So you see, hello there, Captain. Let's see. Ah, yes, here it is. Looks like the shipment has been delivered to your ship as requested. What shipment? What are you talking about? This is Docking Bay 32, isn't it? Yes, it is. And that's what I have here on the requisition form. Everything seems to be in order. The Gizga are your problem now. Excuse me? Did you say Gizga? This says right here on the manifest that you ordered a crate of Gizga to be ordered to Docking Bay 32. That's right here. Now I need your thumbprint for the... Wait a second. Where did the data pack go? Nothing's ever organized around here. At any rate, the Gizga are yours. One of the loaders said the crate split open once he put it in your hold. Some of the critters might have gotten loose. That happens, I'm afraid. We don't accept liability, and we certainly couldn't take the cargo back. Enjoy. Yeah, so we just got pawned off for some Gizga. We will deal with that later. For the time being, we're going to continue on into the there's a pouch here. Can I steal this pouch? Just a pouch like. I'm gonna take this. Yeah, we will deal with that later. But yeah, it seems like whoever was scheduled to land here had a order set to be delivered, and because we landed here, he just assumed it was us. Ain't that some bull? Or as Saboba would say, Bantha Poodoo. And here we are in Anchorhead proper, which, you know, takes very heavy influence from Mos Eisley. We're not going to talk to a lot of people right now. What we're going to do is we're going to look around. Is Sharina Fizarka. What do you have to say?
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left.
Speak. I'm listening.
I'll try not to take up too much of your time. I realize that everyone is out for themselves on Tatooine. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
What is a raid plate? Where did you get it?
It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back.
Well, let's talk about what to do with this plate.
Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits.
Perhaps I will buy it from you.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits.
I'll pay that and an extra 200. Good luck.
700 credits. Oh, thank you. It is more than generous of you. I don't know what to say. I just don't.
What was that all about? Are you going soft on me?
This is how we Jedi should always act. With honor.
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
Now again, I don't mind doing that because credits aren't really worth that much inside this game, and you're going to be bumping into a lot of it very soon. You're going to be able to get a lot of it very soon. Sandcrawler mechanic. Let's go ahead and
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time.
nothing. Goodbye.
All right then.
Can I open this? Yes, I can. Bye. So we're going to go to the... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the hunting office first. It says this right here. So, yeah, while we're on Tatooine, there are a couple of things we really do want to try to pick up. One thing we're going to want to pick up is, well, how do I put this here? This here is a little canteen-looking area. You gotta talk to Faza for a license. One thing we're going to try to do is we want to at least hit the trade shop at some point. Well, a new face. Come to test your skill on the endless dunes of Tatooine. Faza's Lodge is the place to arrange it. This world may not have much, but it does have the meanest predators this side of the galactic rim. A hunter's paradise. I have something to sell you. I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to even look at what you have until I see a hunting license. Circuit Corporation rules. The other hunters all have theirs. I can't make exceptions or I'll get shut down. I have to go. Goodbye. Okay, my bad. I need to go talk to... Let's see here. Let's go. I need to go here. I forgot about the Zerka Corporation. I actually thought that was the lounge. I'm sorry. I'm getting all turned around here. Oh, God. But yeah, no, we're going to start with the Zerka Lounge. Then we're going to head to the swoop races. We're going to go ahead and get that knocked out because it's very important that we do that now. Let's see here. I can't get into it just yet, but if you played Knights Republic, you know what I'm trying to do. Adjust default party behavior to fit your playstyle. Select AI scripts off the character page. You'll be hearing about this, you Zerka puppet. I'm not going to let this drop. You can't just murder a whole village. And don't tell me to take my concerns to your corporate kiosk. I know when I'm not wanted. What's going on here? Who are you? I'm done talking to this office. They aren't interested in listening to me. I doubt they will even acknowledge I was here. Typical corporate invasion. That's what happens when they own everything. No accountability. Don't even bother bringing it up. Okay. Greta Holda. Well, let's see, what does she have to say?
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company? If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
I want to ask about hunting licenses.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
Why would I need a license anyway?
We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license.
Have there been a lot of people leaving the city?
With the downturn in mining, people want any chance at credits they can get. Most wouldn't survive a day, let alone qualify as hunters. The last license issued before the ban was given to a woman named Marlena Venn. She'll do fine. She had a mean streak a parsec wide. She also paid double. Exceptions like this are rare, unless it suits the company to offer them.
There is no way to get a license?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
Why pay for the gaffy sticks? Why not their heads?
Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good.
Alright, I'll agree to do this for you.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
I'll go get to it then.
Very good. Zerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
Yeah, I recommend doing this because once we get into the Junlin Waste proper, you're gonna be attacked by sand people. You're gonna be picking up their sticks. Might as well get paid for it. And I think they offer, what was it, like 100, 200 credits per gaffy stick, and you're gonna be swimming in these things by the time we're done. Not to mention, onto the swoop races, you're gonna be loaded. Don't you believe a word of what Zerka Corporation said in there. There's always a people solution to conflict. They are just lazy. Is this about wanting the Sand People chieftain killed? So you are the killer they hired. Just going to walk out there and wipe them out? I'd expect no less from fools. The Sand People aren't animals. I've watched them and they are intelligent. There must be a way to peacefully stop the attacks. I know it. But no one will try, of course. You can't even leave the city without Zerka approval, and they want the Sand People dead. Intelligent or not, the Sand People have killed people. Yes, they have. Berserker Corporation deployed numerous giant sandcrawlers to tear up the desert with ion shovels and whatever else. What would you have done? To the Sand People, it must have seemed like an invasion. There were no negotiations for territory or resources. I don't think the killing has been justified, but as a conservationist, I'm hoping someone at least tries to talk this out. What would you suggest then? Communication. If we could just speak to them, but they don't talk. At least not any language an average translator can translate. There was even a Jedi here a few years ago, but that couldn't seem to get through to them. I think that ended in blood too. I'm not saying it would be easy, but someone has to try. Maybe with a real translation droid, not these old protocol scrap heaps walking around. Okay, why don't you do something? Why should I? Someone else has to. I've got no influence with Berserker Corporation. I can't afford that Yukalaka charges for his joys, and I wouldn't survive. Well, what I mean is, whoever tries to deal with the Sand People would first have to survive their initial attacks. I wouldn't. Someone could maybe get into their enclave if they could disguise themselves, but you'd have to get real desert roads, and that would be too dangerous. That'd be dangerous too. And where would that enclave you mentioned be? What? There's no secret where they are. The attacks get worse the further south in the dunes you go. Then people die on both sides. Where would you get robes to match theirs? I suppose you could take them off the warrior raiders in the Dune Sea, but there's no way I survive anything like that. Plus, you would have to explain why you killed the warriors if you were trying to make peace. But I suppose there is no other way. Maybe y'all look into it. Sure, that's what the corporation is saying, and then they just start shooting again. The fighting won't stop until they are all dead, or until the Zerka leave. The one is as likely as the other with the way things are going. But what do I know? So some random Duros wants us to find a peaceful solution to this, as opposed to just killing them outright. We also learned about a man named Yukalaka. So what we want to do is go, ooh, what's this?
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Okay, so we're dealing with this now. These are Dark Jedi. And as you can guess, they're not easy to deal with. And they're using what was it? Insanity on us, which is a mind trick that unfortunately I think I'm probably gonna die here, but see, I knew this was going to happen, but I forgot exactly when. We're probably going to die here. Okay. Okay, we're going to try that again with gusto, since Bastila seems to have something on her mind. Perhaps you should talk to her about it. Let's speak to Bastila. As you can tell, I'm bringing Bastila along this time. What we're going to do, we're going to try to individually stasis each of the Dark Jedi at once.
How can I help?
You have something you want to ask me?
I do. How did you know?
Well, you keep staring at me. See anything you like?
You are easily the vainest, most arrogant man I have ever met. Besides, I know you can't be serious, since I was purposefully not staring in your direction. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. I mean, whatever I feel... I mean, whatever I think about you.
You are so cute when you're embarrassed.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
What do you think I should do?
I don't think there's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters. But I feel that won't be possible. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
Why are you getting so upset?
I'm sorry if I come across as harsh, but I am concerned. For you, for our mission, and for myself as well. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
It works both ways, doesn't it? You could help me stay strong.
Yes, that is true. I will do my best to guide you, but I am no master. Not yet. And there are times when I find the sheer strength of your power almost overwhelming. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
I would appreciate any help you could offer.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
So yeah, Bastila had something else to say to us, and I decided to basically tease her again. So I do remember that when I came to this point, you're always going to bump into a group of Dark Jedi, I believe, on almost any planet you go to. And I do remember this being a particularly hard fight for me to overcome when I first did this. I will not deny that. But I did eventually get through it. You just kind of have to know what you're trying to do. It helps to basically... Oh, maybe I meant to hit the pause button on that one. Right, I forgot that they were doing that, so... But yeah, as long as you're, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do another stasis on this. Do another stasis and go from there. Do another stasis and go from there. The trick that I usually go for, the main thing I always try to go for is to basically try to keep my enemies stunned as often as possible, just to make it easier on myself. Now, as you go through the game, you are going to, as you kill Dark Jedi, you're going to get access to a lot of lightsabers. And, you know, a lot of crystals, as well as some Dark Jedi robes as well. This is a diamond crystal. We have an Ichani dueling sword and a Sith assassin pistol. Not every Dark Jedi will drop a lightsaber, but they will, but most of them will. Now, go ahead and see this data pad real quick. Data pad. This data pad contains detailed descriptions of you and Bastila. It also has a brief message. Bastila has escaped terrorists. Whoever can find and dispose of her and her Jedi companion will be greatly rewarded by Lord Malak himself. We're going to get a lot of these. So we have yellow lightsaber crystals and a diamond. Now a diamond gives you +3 to attack outright. Found in the world of Damind, not diamond. My bad. I remember making that same mistake before. World of Dominia. This crystal can be used in lightsaber construction to produce a clearly defined beam of subtly wider width and length. I'm gonna save this one. Now the dark Jedi robes are actually quite interesting. So, if you look at Juhani's Jedi Knight robes, it gives you a 2 defense bonus with a +8 dexterity. If we go to the Jedi Knight robe, same thing. Now I think Juhani's is a unique one, but if you go to the dark Jedi robe, it's the exact same thing, +2, +8. Designed for those who relish personal combat and know that power comes to those who take it. These robes offer good protection with no hindrance to movement. Remember the overtaking airplane? Yes, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and put on a black robe, and we're going to have to upgrade Bastila's clothes because Bastila doesn't have any unique clothing. So this is what we're at. Oh, before we do that, I actually do have to show this off. This is actually very interesting to show off. So remember how in on Taris, Bastila was in a unique clothing set when she was captured? That's an underwear set. So right now she's wearing regular clothes. If we put none on, this is what she looks like, right? This is what she looks like without any clothes on. If we put her in dark Jedi robes, a unique glitch happens. So she's in dark Jedi robes. Now we put on none. She's back in the clothes she had when she was captured. I don't know why this happens. And again, I believe it just happens to Bastila. We'll go ahead and put that back on. We can try it with Juhani. This is Juhani in her regular clothing. And I believe if we put her in this, I don't think it actually changes her to that clothing. I believe it is just Bastila for some reason. And I don't know why. Like, what happened in the programming? Oh, it's lagging right now while I swap things out. Okay, that's my bad. I'm like, why is it not moving? But yeah, I don't know why it lags like that. Not lags like that. I don't know why it does this in particular. I don't know why it is Bastila specifically who has that going on, but that is something that happens with her if you equip a dark Jedi robe and then unequip it and leave her with nothing. And I believe we have to go over here. Yes, I believe it is here. Droid shop. Oh no way! I wanted to do the swoop racing. This episode's gonna go a little bit long, but it is I think it's important to get this part done and out the way up front. I believe this is where we want to go. The Anchorhead Cantina. It is one of those few weird glitches. There aren't a whole lot that I specifically know of in Jedi in Knights of the Republic. I don't even think the female player character can have the same glitch happen to her. I'm looking for a hut specifically. Is it in the cantina? No, it wasn't in the cantina. My bad. Now I guess now is kind of an interesting, a good time to go into Tatooine as a planet while we're here. Just a little bit of trivia. Tatooine is, personally speaking, one of the most iconic planets in Star Wars. It is the very first one you see in the series if you're watching in the original release order of the series. It's the second one you see if you're watching from episode 1 to episode 6. Swoop registry, that's where I need to go. And a lot of things happen, and it's probably one of the places that changes the most, I would argue, from iteration to iteration. If you play the Old Republic MMO, you get a little bit more backstory on why what's the word for here? On why the Zerg Corporation are here. Let's see, Zoris Bafka. Yes, is there something you wish? Have a moment or two while others post their times. Is this a racing matter? Perhaps you're interested in taking up the sport? I wanted to ask a few questions if you have the time. I'm not so preoccupied with the track that I can't spare a few minutes. Go ahead. I want to ask about you in racing. My name is Zoris Bafka. I suppose I am one of the more experienced racers here. What do you want me to answer? Is this the best place for racing? Perhaps not, but it will do for now. Professional racers like myself travel wherever the purses are highest. It's no secret that one of the most popular tracks was lost with terrorists. Other promoters will need time to organize. So yeah, the destruction of terrorists does have ripple effects throughout the rest of the story. Just a little bit, but small things. In the meantime, we will race at the smaller venues. This is almost a recreational stop for me. If the track is so small, why bother? You lose the skills if you don't use them. I could race on any open road, but competition gives the push to get better. Besides, if my presence lends a little prestige to the track, maybe we'll get some new racers out of it. So she seems like she's in this for the love of the game. How long have you been at this? A few years, but I raced under a different name when I was young. My early career was not very spectacular. Why did you change your racing name? It wasn't that big of a deal. I made the jump from one league to another and wanted to shed some baggage. Don't waste much thought on it. It was purely a personal matter that has no bearing today. Okay, let's go back to my first questions. As you wish, I don't mind answering. I have to leave. Goodbye. Racer's luck be with you. Alright, so these are all just other racers. Let's see. Swoop Racer, Swoop Groupie, there's Garm. Hi there, you waiting for a stall on the track? Me too, there's lots of racers coming through here now. New swoop jocks like me don't get much respect. Just takes practice, I guess. I have a few things I want to ask. Bear a moment? Oh, sure, but I don't know what much besides the track. You even interested in the swoop track? I have to leave. Goodbye. Race hard. Watch the rocks. Watch the rocks. We're gonna go ahead and start the swoop races because I don't want to waste many more of you guys' time. Who are you? Nobody. What do you want, huh? Handouts? Go dig a mine, fool. I'm looking for information. Can you help? Not interested in helping. Only interested in racing. I get enough beggars through here looking for money. Let's have a look at you. Just a human, nothing really special. You race, maybe own a swoop. I raced on Terrace. I won the season opener there. Ha! You and 12 other liars. Planet blows up, race records are lost, and now everyone is a champion. It is going to be a recurring thing on any planet with swoop racing. If you mention you win...
My friend tells the truth. I am a Jedi. Are you going to imply that I am lying as well?
Ho ho! Now you are a champion in trouble with Jedi. Does the story get bigger with every telling? Yeah, he doesn't believe you because everyone's lied about it because there's no records of it. Okay, enough with the funny stuff. You think you're a racer? You'll be one. You have your own bike? I have my own bike stored on my ship. You got a bike, then you can race. I don't care about experience so long as you can get out on the track. And if you crash and burn, that's your problem. I just need warm bodies to pad the roster between the pros. There is a matter of a small track maintenance fee, 100 credits. Why not drop the fee? No racers mean no crowds. Well, I suppose you're right, but I'm not dropping it. I'm dropping it the whole amount. 50 credits. That's it. Yeah, we can persuade a hut now. I'll pay the 50 credits. Good. That shows you mean business. Now you can use the track for recreational runs, or I can give you an official race right away. Just ask me when you want to start, and there's some business I need help with. If you're serious about promoting racing. What sort of business do you need help with? I make my money off of signing good racers. Good ones, not great ones. I want them young and stupid. Always the hut. I've got one, Nico Sinvi. Great potential, only started racing a year ago and loves it. He lives for it now.
And? Sounds like you have something special. What do you want help with?
What I want is simple. I want Nico to sign a contract with me, and I want you to convince him. I'll pay well. Why won't he sign? The deal basically says that I fund his bike and repairs, but in return I take a hefty cut of his winnings. He knows it's harsh, but he can't afford to go pro on his own, and he doesn't want to give up racing. He's basically trying to trap him in a predatory contract. I've got him where I want him. I just need you to give him a little push in the right direction. Or a big shove. Yeah, he's basically trying to lock Nico into a very predatory contract. I think you should give him a better deal. You're not going to pull that typical swoop jockey attitude, are you? This is business, and I know what's best. Yeah, what's best for you, my guy. What do you care whether I make money off the kid or not? He wants to race, and you'll get paid. We all win. Treat him fairly, or I'll start rumors your races are rigged. You wouldn't. That would be bad. Very bad. Even rumors like that could keep me out of the pro circuit. Alright, I'll give him a better deal and make it back in the long run, I guess. You, of course, are not getting paid. Like, fine by me. Does it always make money? I trust it's the last I will have to hear about this matter. Was there anything else? And I'll be back later. Alright, but don't make me regret giving you track access. I need racers that race. And you will in the next episode. Yeah, we're going to cut this one here today, guys. And the next one, we're going to do swoop races and hopefully get into Tatooine proper. One big problem when it comes to Knights Republic. There's a lot of front loading of information on every planet you go to. Anyway, you guys have been awesome. Have a good one. Deuces.